So during the spring and fall migration, a lot of bird collisions happen on homes and large structures with lots of glass. Some estimates say it's anywhere between 100 million and a billion birds per year are killed in the United States from bird collisions. So a lot of homeowners are concerned about what they could do to maybe reduce that. There are several things that you can try. They vary in how effective they are. One of the simplest is to put up some type of decal, because basically what's happening, the birds are seeing reflections of trees or themselves in the glass. They don't recognize it's an obstruction, so they try to fly through. So you want to try to break that up so that they can recognize that that is an obstruction. You can buy commercially made decals and put on your window, or you can make your own. So that will help with daytime collisions. At night, it's a different matter. Then the lights are actually attracting migrating birds, and a lot of collisions do happen at night. So in those situations, you can turn lights off in rooms that you're not using, or if you do need the lights on, if you'll just pull your shades, that'll greatly cut down on the number of birds that strike the glass. This window is a great example of a really bad window for bird collisions. While it's nice to have big open windows in our homes, from a bird standpoint, there's a lot of reflectivity here, and they can see the background trees reflecting, and it looks like they can pass completely through. And actually they can see all the way through to the other side of these other windows, and it looks like it's a clean pass through. So here we've put a different kind of decal up. It's not as obvious to humans. You can't see it very well, but it reflects in ultraviolet, which birds can see in that wavelength. So this also works. In this case, this window was having probably about 8 or 10 mortalities a year before the decals. It hasn't completely eliminated it, but it's cut mortalities down by probably 80%. So it's a pretty simple, cheap fix. Another thing that you can do is use a highlighter marker, because it also reflects in ultraviolet. And what you would want to do is draw a grid pattern, preferably on the inside of your home, so that the weather won't wear that off as rapidly. And it'll last a week or two before you need to reapply it. It's not very noticeable to a human's eye, but birds can also see that. Again, it's not a complete fix, but it will help reduce collisions. If you want something that's a little more dependable, what you can do is put up some type of netting on a window, which we have here. And you can get netting at a lot of different places. It's fairly inexpensive. It's not that visible from a distance, but unfortunately birds don't see it. But the way this works is when they hit it, they kind of just bounce off. But you want to have a lot of attachments so that it becomes really rigid, as you can see here. And in places where I haven't put attachments, it's not very rigid, so they'll hit the glass. So you need to put quite a few hooks or something else to make that really rigid. And we hope all of these methods that we've described today will help you reduce bird collisions around your home.